Gaius was walking in truth, and John writes, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in truth. This might mean that Gaius was led to the Lord by John, but not necessarily. He could have just been a part of his development and discipleship. And I think of a dear friend of mine, Jim Shaw. He was the pastor that I replaced when I went to Washington State. He was retiring, and he wanted to stick around. And so he stuck around. I welcomed him. I said, let's work together. Let's get to know each other. And we spent the next almost 9 years getting to know one another and serving together in our church and in our community. And we became very close friends. And he tells a lot of stories. Man, I can't wait till I'm his age and have all those stories. You guys won't like it because I'll repeat the stories a dozen times, but it's going to be awesome. You know, he was a student minister in his early ministry career, and at his age now, that puts that in about the 60s, the 1960s. Okay. And you know, to hear this man, and as a young minister, as student ministers so often are, you know, they're in their early, mid to late 20s, and the students in their teens, they look at those 20-year-olds as, man, those guys are old. But the rest of us know they're really only 5 to 10 years older than those high school students that they're leading. A lot of life change happens in 5 to 10 years. And he was, same is true of him, he would tell stories of people that he'd ministered to. And then when you spend 9 years together with somebody, you actually get to see some life play out. And through that course of time, there were multiple cases where he got to see somebody who would pass through our area. One couple actually moved to our area that was in his student ministry. So when he's telling me about this family that's coming, this couple that's going to be moving into our area and is going to come to our church who is in his student ministry, I'm thinking, oh, younger couple, that's great, that's exciting. You know, they were in their 70s. Now, I'm not saying that's old or anything, but, you know, that's... But, you know, to see his delight and his excitement and just the satisfaction of people that he invested in and discipled 60 years ago, to be walking with the Lord today, there is no greater joy.